เพื่อนสวัสดีนะครับสวัสดีนะครับเพื่อนพี่เพื่อนสวัสดีนะครับสวัสดีนะครับเพื่อนพี่ทั้งหลายเพื่อนสวัสดีนะครับสวัสดีนะครับพี่น้องครับเพื่อนสวัสดีนะครับก็เวสต์แฮมกับสเปอร์นะเพื่อนก็เรามาดูบอลกันเพื่อนๆช่วงการบอลกลางสัปดาห์นะครับก็สเปอร์นำ1-0แล้วตกใจเหมือนกันว่าเปิดมาสเปอร์นำ1-0ขออภัยครับมาช้าไปหน่อยมาเพื่อนเดี๋ยวขออนุญาตกดแชร์ก่อนนะ
out of position, but actually it's well played by Antonio, who broke to the right-hand side to cover his colleague. As Romero will scoop it wide to Porro. Basuma now. He's playing a bit deeper. Björk has played a lot of the time with Basuma. Basuma's taking maybe a bit more responsibility of Bentancur in the park alongside him. It's always so easy for Bentancur whenever you see him, as he waltzes past Souček and plays it into Udogie.Who's in edge of the space. Paquetá's almost played a hold of midfield at the moment. He's having to sweep up. Werner inside, outside, gets the cross. It's halfway by Mavropanos. Too easy at the moment to get him down that right-hand side. Soufal's having a tough evening.
เพื่อนสวัสดีนะครับสวัสดีก็สเปอร์นะครับเพื่อนกับแวนแวนเนอร์ไปแล้วแวนเนอร์โอ้โหสเปอร์นี่พักหลังนี้สเปอร์เริ่มฟอร์มดีเหมือนกันนะเพื่อนพักหลังมาเนี่ยเพื่อนฝากขอบคุณสปอนเซอร์ด้วยนะครับฝากขอบคุณสปอนเซอร์ด้วยนะสโมท็อปนะครับมั่นคง 100% นะเพื่อนสนใจเข้าร่วมลีกแฟนตาซีนะครับเพื่อนทักไลน์นะครับสโมท็อปนะ FPL หรือคลิกที่ลิงก์นะครับที่ผมปักหมุดไว้นะครับกับกิจกรรมนะครับจัดทีมได้ลุ้นทุกสัปดาห์นะเงินรางวัลรวมกว่า760,000 บาทเลยนะครับเพื่อนๆใครสนใจนะพรีเมียร์ลีกวีที่สายเวทนะใครเล่นแฟนตาซีอยู่แล้วนะครับก็คลิกไปได้ครับเพื่อนๆคลิกในไลน์ไปได้เลยครับเพื่อนๆมาลุ้นรางวัลนะเพื่อนๆลุ้นรางวัลแบบฟรีๆเลยนะเพื่อน
the Euros. Shoot out against Poland again. You know he's got far too much space, and Paquetá really is playing as the deepest of the midfielders. He's having to sweep back the runners. He's done well to battle with Udogie, but he gets up the Nigerian. He's Italian rather, isn't he? Udogie.
สเปอร์นี่เริ่มโหดนะเพื่อนผมมองดูอ่ะเพื่อนๆสเปอร์เนี่ยผมมองดูสเปอร์นี่โอโดกี้เนี่ยถ้าวันนี้ชนะนี่จะมี59คะแนนเท่าเอสตันวิลล่าเลยนะเพื่อนแล้วก็มีโอกาสลุ้นเยอะพอสมควรอ่ะมีโอกาสลุ้นท็อป4ได้อย่างแบบสบายๆเลยเพื่อนมีโอกาสตามแมนซิตี้แค่5แต้มเองตามอาร์เซนอล6แต้มตามลิเวอร์พูล8แต้มนะมีโอกาสลุ้นแชมป์ได้นะเพื่อนถ้าชนะรัวๆไม่แพ้ใครเลยอ่ะแล้วทีมอื่นสะดุดอ่ะ
Go for goal is the right option as well. Awkward night as we say, but Paquetá gets the header away. Well played by Basuma in the middle of the park. Then Bentancur will do battle. So foul, Kuda say he wasn't playing the ball, but Spurs.
โหดดีครับผมชอบแวนเนอร์นะมาอยู่สเปอร์นี่ฟอร์มดีอะไปแล้วเปิดเข้าไปโอ้โหเนี่ยพอตัวไม่หายเจ็บอะเพื่อนๆสเปอร์ไม่ก็เป็นทีมหนึ่งที่โหดพอสมควรนะเพื่อนก็ได้ทั้งเมดิสันแวนเนอร์มาบิซูมาเป็นทั้งคูเงี้ยโอ้โหฟานเดอร์ฟาร์ฟานเดอร์เว่นนะครับโรเมโลเงี้ยโอดูกี้ได้กลับมาผมว่าไม่โหดขึ้นเยอะเพื่อนโหดมากสเปอร์โหดจริงๆไปแล้วเพื่อนวันนี้มีหลายคู่พอสมควรนะเพื่อนวันนี้
quite happened for the Hammers who've got Wolves at the weekend and Leverkusen twice either side of a home game against Fulham.
นี่ครับที่เตะอยู่นะมีนิวคาสเซิลนำเอเวอร์ตัน 1-0 นะนอตติงแฮมฟอเรสต์นำฟูลแลม 3-0 บอร์นมัธเสมอที่ตัมเพลตนะครับ 0-0 แล้วก็เบอร์ลี่นำวูฟ 1-0 นะแล้วก็คู่ของเรานะครับสเปอร์นำเวสต์แฮม 1-0 เลยแต่ก็ประมาทเวสต์แฮมไม่ได้เพื่อนก็น่ากลัวอยู่เหมือนกันเพื่อนแล้วบูฟาวมีบูเวนเหมือนกันครับบูเวนพาลากขึ้นไปแล้วเปิดไปเทสโอนิโอโอ้โหปันเดอร์เฟนโหดอยู่แล้วเพื่อนผมมองดูอะปันเดอร์เฟนเนี่ย
Third corner of the game for the Hammers as the player gone down. The Zoomer, it's in! It's in off his shoulder. You thought West Ham's defending was bad. What were Tottenham doing here? It's suspiciously easy, isn't it? I wonder if we're going to get a VAR call. I'm looking for the replay.
เพื่อนอย่าลืมนะฝากขอบคุณสปอนเซอร์ด้วยนะครับสโมท็อปนะครับเพื่อนมันโคเรียบร้อยครับโอ้โห 1-1 ครับบิซูมานี่ไงเป็นไงล่ะโอ้โหเป็นไงนะครับเพื่อนบิซูมามงนี่ครับตัวทีเด็ดเลยตัวเนี้ยมงเก่งแล้วโอ้โหสุดยอดครับเดวิดมอยเรียกเลยอุ้ยฝนตกหนักกว่าเพื่อนที่อังกฤษอ่ะที่ลอนดอนดาร์บี้แมตช์ด้วยนะเพื่อนถึงแมตช์เนี้ยโอ้โหแล้วมงคนเดียวโล่งๆเลยอ่ะคนเดียวโล่งๆเลยอ่ะเสร็จไปดีครับพี่น้องครับโอ้โหเรียบร้อยครับเสมอ 1-1 ไปแล้วโอ้โหหลังโมงด้วยมั้งนะเย้เดวิดมอยบอกเย้
changing the game from what we were thinking it was going to be. Interesting the way that
ทำไมฟอร์อากาศมันเยอะจังวะในสนามเนี่ยฟอร์อากาศมันร้อยเต็มสนามไปหมดเลย
West Ham don't have the ball. That's a nice ball by towards Porro down the right hand side. Breaks down for Spurs. Madison's gone down. He's going to be all right. I think he just lost his footing. Throwing on the Hammers at short of the halfway line. Just have a look at West Ham's fixtures. Could be the pub quiz question answer in a couple of years' time. Perhaps the only side to beat Bayer Leverkusen this season. That is the kind of form, as we've already seen in this game, that's the kind of side they are, isn't it?
Well, West Ham's level when they're on form, they can be really, really good. And Leverkusen, they can't lose. They haven't lost in Europe. They're in the semi-final in the DFB Pokal.
ร้านเพื่อนใครเข้ามาแล้วฝากกดไลค์ฝากกดแชร์ด้วยฝากสปอนเซอร์ด้วยนะครับสโมท็อปมั่นคง 100% นะใครสนใจกิจกรรมนะลีกแฟนตาซีนะครับตอนนี้เป็นวีคที่31แล้วนะครับเพื่อนก็แค่ลุ้นรางวัลกันเข้าไปจัดทีมแล้วก็ลุ้นรางวัลกันได้ทุกคนเลยนะมีรางวัลรวมกว่า 760,000 บาทเลยนะครับฝากขอบคุณด้วยสปอนเซอร์ใจดีด้วยนะครับ
Conversation he might be suggesting he was pushed in the back referee John Brooks the official see it again was he pushed or not quite well? He's got a hand. I think it's an obvious handball by Antonio. He does have a hand on his back. Whether it's enough for the reaction, I guess.
Well, it's a really risky tackle because it's an outstretched arm. Whether there's much contact, whether there actually is contact, I'm not sure. But the arm is outstretched, and if that's inside the box, it gives the VAR something to do. Obviously, that was outside the box, so it couldn't have been a penalty. So, well, it's a really weird game. This and West Ham are more in it, and Spurs should have been 2-3 up, but now it's 1-1.
Yes, as Bendiger strokes it back to Van der Ven. Yeah, we're all in our game. The same for Burnley and Wolves. Goalless between Bournemouth and Crystal Palace. 3-0 Forest beating Fulham. That's a huge.
เสมอ 1-1 ก็น่าจะสนุกนะเพื่อน
Newcastle 1-0 to the good against Everton. Still not to win a league game in 2024. Just have a look at how things stand. Luton away at Arsenal, of course, in their next game. Sheffield United there at Liverpool, so you could worry for them a bit. But Burnley would be a point this evening. Forest would be 3 clear of the drop zone. We of course could have played a game more than Luton. We pushed Arsenal hard in the reverse match, but eventually succumbed to it.
ผมชอบไอ้กองกลางสเปอร์ไอ้เป็นทางครัวเพื่อนกองกลางทีมชาติอุรุกวัยผมเก่งดีนะทรงบอลมันสไตล์บอลแบบมันเล่นดูดีอ่ะเล่นคู่กับบาเวเด้นะเนี่ยทีมชาติไอ้อุรุกวัยอ่ะเข้าท่าเลยเพื่อนโรดิโก้เบนตากู
Foul then works it down the line now. Bowen hits at the line. Was he fouled by Van der Ven? There was a bit of a tangle. Too short. It's play on. We'll bring Harry Kinn in a second. The ball goes out as Ben took off as a Dogie.
เปิดขึ้นไป
Roll it to Son. Pretty much a free roll in this.
เฮ้ยโบเวนโอ้โหโบเวนร้องจะทำฟาวไม่ฟาวครับพี่น้องไปแล้วบิสุมา
Marked by a West Ham player. Werner to Van der Ven. Bentancur turns, swipes it into Son. Controls well. Udogie has it.
เจมส์เมดิสัน
Again will turn. The ball is Porro. Didn't have the pace. In fact, it was Johnson who was
แวนเนอร์ลงมาเล่นอยู่สเปอร์ดูเป็นคนละคนกับเล่นตอนเล่นอยู่ไอ้นี่เลยเพื่อนคนละคนกับเล่นเชลซีเลยเข้าท่าเลยโอ้โหซอนโบเวนนี่ครับยืนโอ้ยฟาวป่ะอาจารย์โอ้โหเตะโดนเตะเลยครับเพื่อน
With the ball, it just leaves it for Sue Fowler, so it's not taken yet, this free kick. So a few goals in the other games. Forest Fulham 3-1 now. Newcastle winning 1-0 against Everton, but now it's a long ball out on the left-hand side towards Antonio. Antonio down by the corner flag, tries to take on Porro. Porro, good defending, managed to find Brennan Johnson, who passes the ball a bit sloppily up the pitch. West Ham win possession just outside the penalty area. Paquetá tries to thread the ball in towards Bowen. Bowen with a good chance for a shot, straight at the goalkeeper. Straight at goalkeeper, as you said, but it's deflected way off the goal, and the goalkeeper just managed to avoid a corner kick because it was deflected wide, and it's better for West Ham, this, Jack.
เอาไอ้โบเวนไปแล้วโบเวนโอ้โห
One time they won that corner kick that they got the goal from us actually playing with a bit of pace, and Spurs look so in control, look a bit rattled, but they're coming forward here with Johnson.
Yeah, it's Spurs with a long ball over the top. It's one back by West Ham. Now Paquetá finds Kudus on the left-hand side, just on the halfway line. Tries to find a Bowen on the just one-on-one. I thought against the keeper, but a bit of a poor first touch. Well challenged by the Spurs defence, and just rolls into the goalkeeper Vicario, and
got the wrong studs on
เอาไปแล้วสวยโบเวนโอ้โห
the TV picture is it's pouring down with rain at London Stadium, and it's good slick surface, maybe it could be a few slips.
เยอะฝนตกหนักเหมือนกันนะเนี่ยเพื่อน
Bowen already, and now Spurs in attack with Madison just outside the penalty area. He finds Bissouma now towards Bentancur. As Jack mentioned earlier, always in control. He always knows where his teammates are. Receives the ball in the middle of the park. Now Bissouma to
สวยไป
Bentancur.
Johnson
threads the ball up towards Johnson. Johnson in towards Madison. Madison
tries
to get through on goal, but
Bissouma อีกครั้ง Bentancur
managed to clear the ball out for a throw in on the right-hand side. So Spurs got a bit of momentum again, and throw-ins taken about 20 yards from the corner flag.
สวยไปแล้วครับเอาโอ้โหจอห์นสันโอ้ยมันเลยไม่ถึงไม่มีสั้นนิดเดียวอ่ะ
Ball up towards Bentancur, now towards Son. Son finds Johnson. Johnson back towards Son, and it's a misunderstanding between Johnson and Son, and cleared away by
เพื่อนลุยกันต่อ
It's out for a throw-in to Spurs, but West Ham can't get out of their own half at the moment.
No, it's just the pendulum keeps swinging this game, doesn't it?
สวยไป
increasingly finding himself on the ball though.
So ball into the 6-yard box there from West Ham. It's from Spurs ball, and now we win ball back after a clearance. Bentancur finds Johnson all the way out towards now Bissouma into Madison, just walking the ball up the pitch. This Spurs side back towards Bissouma, 30 yards from the corner flag into Johnson out on the right hand side. It's a Porov in a cross end, a good the punch out from Fabianski out towards Antonio in a defensive position, who just concedes a throw-in, and might have been a deflection, and then West Ham might have got that throw-in, but Spurs knocking on the door, maybe not the most convincing punch from Fabianski. It looked like he was almost missed that ball, but he got the ball out.
โอ้โหดูเดี๋ยวอันโตนิโอ
West Ham can breathe
นี่
again,
สัตว์
and they have a throw-in on the right-hand
แข่ง
side
โป๊กอะ
defensive position. So it's swung back in Spurs' favour this game after the equaliser from West Ham. West Ham had a bit of momentum.
Yeah, it's a safe goalkeeper, isn't it, by Fabianski. I think on a nice sunny day he catches that, but as you mentioned, the surface and the conditions don't really play into that. He probably did the right thing. It looks a bit awkward at the time. Yes, the momentum back in Spurs' favour because they're the team playing with a bit of pace.
Yeah, they're playing a bit of pace, and West Ham would really, they really did back. It's a great pass into
ไม่ง่ายหรอกผมว่าดูผมพูดตามตรงเลยว่าวันนี้สเปอร์กินเวสต์แฮมยากพอสมควรอ่ะ
Behind this back four of West Ham, it's cleared away by Sumo, but this is too easy for Spurs. They're really good on the ball at the moment, and West Ham, they're playing like an away team. They at the moment their formation is basically like a bus station. It's park the bus formation. They just wait for Spurs to start an attack. Now Romero inside the centre circle is not challenged, and the press from West Ham is inside their own box at home. So it says quite a lot about the tactical play from David Moyes on West Ham. And now when Kudus wins the ball just inside his own half, it just runs into traffic, and nothing going right for West Ham. But it's still 1-1, and we've seen with West Ham this season, it just swings and roundabout.
Yes, it's Porros into the box and kill.
It's great ball.
Neither Soufal nor Fabianski. It's actually Johnson's having a really good game. He got the goal, and he looks so at home on the right hand side, doesn't he? Porro, great ball. One touch into his strides from Johnson with the outside of his right foot, whips it across. Maybe the ball could have been a bit more sympathetic, but towards the teammate, it wasn't sympathetic towards the defenders. Neither Fabianski nor Soufal, they were desperate not to touch it.
Yeah, Soufal could easily have conceded an own goal there, but it's just so easy. It looked like there was not even a chance for Spurs, and then suddenly just a nice weighted pass just inside the area, and then suddenly there's a free cross into the box, and Spurs really on the front foot at the moment. Now with Van der Ven, he finds Udogie on the left-hand side, looks in field, and he plays it towards the Son a good position just inside the penalty area. Great tackle for Suma, last second tackle there from Suma, out for a throw into Spurs on the left-hand side by the corner flag, and Spurs keep knocking the door, and West Ham at the moment, they need a half-time whistle, but it's still good 15 minutes with injury time left, 31 minutes on the clock. Now Bentancur just walks the ball up towards the penalty area, cleared away by Soufal, out for a throw-in just in front of the dugouts, and it's Van der Ven who's going to take this throw-in for
สู้กันให้จังหนับไปเลยครับพี่น้องครับ
must be kicking himself that they're actually not winning this game. They managed to concede the softest of soft goals from a corner. So West Ham, what do you reckon that Moyes will say doing at half time? Because West Ham will concede if they carry on like this.
You'd think so. They haven't made real clear-cut chances, Spurs, but they've got in round the side so easily, haven't they, on 3 or 4 occasions? But a turnover here, he gives it away. Kudus has it, but Spurs are back in numbers. It's almost at times that like a training match on a Friday when they're preparing for the game, where the other 11 who aren't playing, they're not allowed to mark.
พูดถึงเวสต์แฮมมันก็มีโอกาสลุ้นเหมือนกันนะเนี่ย
as if it's a rugby game with Spurs.
อ้าวสวยไปดิ
I think that's just
แล้ววอดเท้า
quite well. It's
โอ้คุดุ
almost like West Ham.
เนี่ยตัวผิวเลยอ่ะคุดุ
Yeah, you know, but no injuries, no nothing.
เอาไง
It's so far Spurs have
เอ
been
เมอร์สัน
playing the ball, and West Ham they're level 1-1. So and we know obviously West Ham have the quality to score a goal when as long as it's 1-1, it's up for grabs for West Ham for 3 points, and then suddenly they're looking for that 6th spot and Europa League qualification again. I think West Ham really enjoying Europe. They have a fantastic season last season when they won it. They've been really good this season in
พูดถึงไอ้สเปอร์มีแมนนิสันเวสต์แฮมก็มีวัดเพาด้วยตัวเนี้ยสูสีกันอ่ะความเก่งอ่ะปีคิกก็เก่งเหมือนกันการจ่ายบอลก็พอกัน
They have that level when they're on form, and then but at the moment they haven't got the energy. It's no energy for West Ham, and they just parked the bus against Spurs. It's really defensive play by West Ham. It's 1-1, so maybe it's successful so far. But if I look at the possession, 91% to Tottenham the last 5 minutes, and Spurs now with Madison with a good ball up to Johnson on the right hand side tries to put the ball in towards Son just trying to backheel it towards Werner in the middle, but Fabianski intercepts and just dives through the ball, and again so easy for Spurs to get that cross in, and I don't think West Ham have blocked a single cross today, so they're really poor, but it's 1-1.
Yeah, the fullbacks struggled to cut the supply line out. Son isn't quite getting into the game at the moment. You see what he's doing.
น่าจะซึ่งแรกน่าจะสูสีกันเนาะเพื่อน
against the Hammers, as that's a poor ball towards another player. This time West Ham's Antonio who struggled to get into the game.
ครึ่งแรกเสมอครึ่งหลังก็สู้กันใช่ไหมล่ะ
bit old school about it. Kudus that breaks it and then doesn't pass it to Paqueta. Paqueta then gets it back to Dogi's giving the ball away. Now West Ham suddenly have 5 players forward.
Yeah, West Ham now with Bowen just outside the penalty area. It's a poor pass out towards Soufal, but I think he gets a free kick. Bowen in a good position there.
Well, because Romero, it's one of those, again, a bit of a grey area in the rules where West Ham, they wanted to go forward, but the Antonio, I think it was fouled by Van der Ven, so they didn't have the forward ball. He gave it away, and then Romero can't help himself, can he? It might be as well.
เฮ้ยโบเว่นเจ็บ
It's a player when he's on
โอ้
form.
โหไอ้เจมส์วอร์ดพาวพอดีเลยครับ
Just the worst defender to play against, but that is just a complete ludicrous free kick to concede.
มึงเนี่ยทำเป็นเล่นนะโอ้โหเหี้ยแรงนะเนี่ย
On the right hand side, and this is West Ham. For me, that's a personal mistake by Romero.
Oh, it's terrible. Like, it's unnecessary, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a free kick now from Ward
If he
Prowse.
stands there, West Ham, the situation isn't getting better for West Ham, is it? He's not going to win the ball. And Bowen, because Romero's got himself in a really good position, he's blocking the goal, so Bowen has to go wide.
And he goes out for a throw-in.
Yeah.
If he would have gone out for a throw-in if the tackle hadn't been late. So now Ward Prowse, it's not on his favourite left side, but we know he's hit them from this range before. So it's about just 6-7 yards outside the penalty area, maybe a bit longer, but almost 9 yards outside the penalty area. And it's Ward Prowse puts the shot in. It's just straight at the gloves of the keeper, and he's just punching it up in the air. Werner clears the next ball out for a throw-in to West Ham in an attacking position. Good free kick, good save by Vicario. He's one of many players for Spurs that played the trade in Serie A in Italy.
ยิงโอ้โหวอร์ดพาวโอ้โหเนี่ยดีเด็ดเลยอ่ะคนนี้กูบอกเลยให้
And wins another throw in an attacking position. And we're looking at free kick. It's a terrible mistake for the goalkeeper if it goes in, but it creates a chance by a rebound. And that's what West Ham needs. So
yeah, well that's it. It's difficult conditions for the goalkeepers. He can't risk the catch. It looked quite a tame effort, but then we saw another angle. It was a real whip on it. I think maybe a hint of a glance off one of the players in the wall as well. So probably the right call by the goalkeeper. Similar to Fabianski, safety first.
Yes, punched it out of the way, but it was quite high up, and it wasn't the most convincing save, but it's got it out of the way. And now Spurs are on the attack on the left-hand side. Doggio, who's might not be on attack. I think he didn't get the throw-in, which I thought. So it's a throw-in for Soufal on the right-hand side, just in front of the dugouts. Throws it towards Antonio. Antonio wins the ball on the right hand. Good little run under pressure. Van der Ven just went straight into Antonio. Antonio rolls around. It does like 2 rolls on the floor. Once the free kick, only gets the throw in, but it's a decent play by Antonio. And West Ham suddenly a bit more in the game and go throw in a good position on the right hand side. We're just basically. Based on what West Ham have done today, this is probably the best spell.
Yeah, it's me and Eric are both keen runners. It's like fartlek training they're doing at the moment. They're playing in some patches and they really go for it at times. It's like being far too easy at other times.
Yeah, it's been a long thrown out from Soufal in towards the 6-yard box, and this Czech national teammate can't get onto the ball, but it's cleared away by Spurs. One back by Kudus on the left hand side. So throw is a cross from left to right towards Bowen. Bowen with a good control on the right hand side, and then wins West Ham a corner kick. So they keep the pressure up, another corner, and it's from the right hand side. That's where the goal came from. It will be Bowen or Paquetá who's going to take this corner kick. So looking at Suma, Antonio stood in the middle, and same positioning for the West Ham players when they scored a goal, just inside the box in front of the goalkeeper, and the corner kick comes in and it's headed out by Udogia.
เวสต์แฮมมันจะดูเวสต์แฮมแม่งเตะมุมคนเดียวเพื่อน4 ครั้งอ่ะ
Cross from the Paquetá now into the box, headed out by Spurs and back by Ward-Prowse. Good position just outside the penalty area. He finds Bowen, and Bowen finds gets another corner kick, I think. His run gets challenged by Werner. Werner deflects the ball out. Not a corner kick for West Ham, who suddenly are looking to get a second goal, and it would have been probably not undeserved, because Spurs, as much as they have been good and created a lot of play, they've not been brilliant. They've not played with a lot of pace, as in you'd expect from Spurs. But that corner kick from Bowen, in swinging in towards the goalkeeper. It's punched away from Vicario, and Udogia picks up the loose ball just outside the penalty area now, and just trying to run the ball into space. Finds Porro. Porro a good run towards middle of the park, and just runs into traffic. Paquetá with a great
เรียบร้อย
defending
โอ้โห
there, but it's a terrible pass from Paquetá, but Soufal picks the ball up, and West Ham are not playing percentages just outside their own penalty area, and eventually they get a throw in on the left hand side. It's just Sunday League football at the moment.
Well, yeah, they were lining up at the back post and mark there, weren't they, the West Ham players? It's good goalkeeping by Vicario to come out and punch the corner previous to that. Udogia got the header away, but it was in absolute no man's land. He got quite fortunate that the 2 West Ham players ahead of him. It's quite strange the way that Spurs are defending these corner kicks, because there looks a bit of confusion, because West Ham putting 3 men on Udogia at the back post, and that means he's not marking anyone, and that's where the chances are coming. It's suddenly just opened up for the Hammers, and Kudus has it.
Yeah, it's out on the left hand side now with Emerson, just outside the penalty, one-on-one with Porro. Good defending from Porro, just stops the cross, but not a corner kick. But as I said, like Porro did what Soufal didn't do. You rather concede a corner kick than get a cross in there, because a corner kick is so much easier to defend than a ball a live cross into the box. So it's corner kick, and now it's going to be an in-swinger from Ward-Prowse from the left-hand side. So, and looking at this, Mavropanos, Antonio, and Suma just loitering around the goalkeeper.
But Spurs is looking at them, aren't they? No one's getting back into the 6-yard box to protect the goalkeeper.
It'd be a good chance that they got Souček is also in the box there, and it's Ward-Prowse. He will swing this in towards Vicario in just the far post, and it's headed out by Udogia. One back by West Ham on the right hand side. Could be a chance for Soufal with another cross into the box from left to right, headed out by Porro. One back again by West Ham just outside the penalty area, and then it's a terrible pass from Ward-Prowse, and it's intercepted by Bentancur, and Bentancur is fouled, and the danger is over for Spurs.
Yeah, I think we can see it on our TV picture. I think everyone in the stand is going to see that pass was going to be short from Ward-Prowse. You can see Bentancur read it so well. His run was a good one. He got his body there. And Paquetá is probably going to get his traditional yellow card, isn't he? Just charges into someone. I think we'll get one last go. It's Madison who had a bit of a go at someone previously, and that might have been just to have to West Ham player seeing the chance. I don't know how it's not a yellow card.
น่าจะเสมอนะเพื่อนครึ่งแรกล้มไปเลยครับปาเกต้าต้องโดนเรียกเตือนออกลูกนักเลงใส่กับพี่ไอเวน
well, he will get a yellow card the next foul. So that's the second foul from Paquetá, and it's for me that's a yellow card. It's just completely obstructive. It's not even trying to play the ball. Now it's Bissouma and Tottenham. It's a good pass into the middle of the park towards Madison. Madison is into Bentancur. Now it's Porros. Find Johnson just outside the penalty area. Good position now. Son waiting in the middle. Werner waiting in the middle. Johnson goes in the middle of the park inside the penalty area and can't find Son, can't find Werner. And it's cleared away by West Ham.
เอาละไปแล้วลุยเว้ยสเปอร์
into the box from the right hand side. Cleared away.
เอาจอห์นสันหลบไป1หลบไป2โอ้
eventually just lofts the ball up towards Antonio. Antonio's got the Paquetá in the middle. He's out on the left hand side, and if he won the ball there, Antonio and Paquetá could have been 1-on-1 with the keeper, and then it's yellow card. I think Romero.
No, Vicky van der Ven.
Van der Ven
made a really good challenge, but because Spurs are outnumbered, he's thrown the ball away, and it's for all the physicality of the game. It's amazing. That's our first yellow card.
Yeah, so that's
โหลเลย
stands when he lands just
นี่ครับเพื่อนฟันเดอร์เฟนนะครับโดนใบเหลืองไว้เลยคือเวน
flicks the ball with his arm. It's like his arm, his natural arm movement from Van der Ven. That's his claim, but it is yellow card, letter of the law, and so Anthony Gordon obviously got a red card, the second yellow against West Ham last Saturday. But now Tottenham on the counter attack with Werner 1-on-1 with against Soufal on the left hand side. Soufal now better defending. He gets help from Bowen, and ball needs to go back towards Udogie, who finds Bissouma. So it's good possession play now from Spurs. Bissouma now to Udogie, just 30 yards out. Now this Spurs team. Madison picks up the ball now to Bentancur. Bentancur just stood on the ball. Ball up now to Son towards Udogie. Now Madison. Nice triangles played by Spurs, and it's a terrible effort from Son, who just hits the first defender, but that ball was never going anywhere anyway. And now it's Paquetá just gives the ball away. He wants a free kick, and Spurs recycled the ball on the halfway line. With 2 minutes added on this half, and we played just 45 at Spurs now on the right hand side. Now Porro, good crossing opportunity into the box, and it's blocked by Kudus and out for a corner kick to Tottenham.
เพราะว่า2 นาทีนะเพื่อน
Now for Tottenham, and they haven't had that many corners, Spurs, so it looks like it's Pedro Porro is going to just swing this in from the right hand side, and with just a long minute left of this half, should can the Spurs go back in front with this set piece. It's swung in, outswinging to the front post. It's headed out by West Ham. West Ham wants a free kick, not given. Emerson has cleared that ball. Thought it was pushed, but it's a throw in for West Ham out on for Spurs on the right hand side. Now Madison tries to thread the ball in towards the 6-yard box. It just runs into traffic, but wins his team another corner kick. But that's good defending by West Ham in the middle. They're basically blocking the run for Madison, and the cross. He could have good position. He could have crossed it into the 6-yard box. But, it's out now for a corner kick, and it's out swinging into the 6-yard box. Headed out by now one back by Bentancur, and it's another corner, another block for West Ham. First Paquetá, then Souček, and it's really scrappy end to this game, because Spurs are just inside 30 yards from the goal, and they can't do anything. It just runs into traffic.
Sitting to the moment, isn't it?
But they got the third corner on the banks now, and it's out swinging again in towards Sumo heads it out. Nabi Sumo can win the second ball. Bentancur with a shot. Oh, I thought it was in. It just goes straight off the post, and it's just wide. And that's the final whistle of the first half, and it's 1-1 half time.
อลิสันเปิดขึ้นมาเอาแล้วโอ้ยเป็นกูแหมไม่ต้องตอบ
And feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, I'm not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game, and it's 1-1 at half time. Half-time's great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play on the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, I'm not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play on the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, I'm not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play on the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, I'm not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play on the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma,
เพื่อนจบแล้วนะเมื่อครึ่งแรกก็เสมอไป 1-1 นะครับเพื่อนก็เดี๋ยวรอครึ่งหลังสัตว์มีแรงวันมาจากไหนวะเดี๋ยวรอครึ่งหลังกันนะครับเพื่อนครึ่งแรกก็สูสีกันแต่ก็ไม่ได้สนุกอะไรบ้างเพื่อนแต่ก็มันดีอ่ะไม่น่าเบื่อไม่ได้แย่อะไรขนาดนั้นก็คู่อื่นนะครับนิวคาสเซิลนำเวเวอร์ตัน 1-0 นอตติงแฮมฟอเรสต์นำฟูลแลม 3-1 บอลมัดกับทีตันเบเลตยังเสมออยู่ 0-0 แล้วก็เบอร์ลี่กับวูฟเสมอ 1-1 คู่ของเราก็เหมือนกันนะครับแล้วก็มียูเว่ลาซิโอด้วยนะเพื่อนเสมอกันอยู่ 0-0 ลียงนำ 2-0 นะเผื่อใครอยากรู้นะครับเพื่อน
almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play on the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, I'm not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes.
ได้ประตูมาแล้วซอนโฮมินไม่ค่อยไอ้นี่เลยเพื่อน
A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, I'm not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play on the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, I'm not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play on the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End-to-end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead.
รอแป๊บนะครับเพื่อนๆรอพักครึ่งกันสักแป๊บหนึ่ง
by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely
เพื่อนรอสักแป๊บนะครับฝากขอบคุณสปอนเซอร์ด้วยนะครับสโมท็อปนะครับมั่นคง 100% นะครับเพื่อนๆใครสนใจเข้าร่วมลีกแฟนตาซีก็คลิกได้นะครับที่ลิงก์หรือแอดไลน์สโมท็อป FPL เลยนะครับกับกิจกรรมจัดทีมแฟนตาซีทำได้ทุกสัปดาห์เลยนะครับเงินรางวัลรวมกว่า 760,000 บาทเลยนะแค่เพียงเพื่อนๆไปทำตามกติกาที่อยู่ในไลน์นะครับก็ไปอ่านรายละเอียดในไลน์ได้นะครับขอบคุณสปอนเซอร์ด้วยนะครับเพื่อนๆทั้งมุมทางนี้นะครับมุมขวานี้นะครับขอบคุณสปอนเซอร์ด้วยตัวบักครึ่งก็พักแป๊บหนึ่งนะเพื่อน
Not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End-to-end since then. It's a good
แล้ว
game.
ดูอาร์เซนอลพรุ่งนี้พรุ่งนี้อยากดูอาร์เซนอลนะตอนตี 1:30ดีเตะไว้เลยนอนไว้
Tottenham Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play on the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End-to-end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play on the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End-to-end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play on the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End-to-end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play on the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End-to-end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play on the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net, end to end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left.
เดี๋ยวมาเพื่อนไปหาอะไรกินก่อนเดี๋ยวต้องมาแป๊บนึง
A couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zouma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End to end since then. It's a good game and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's a great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zuma, I'm not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End-to-end since then. It's a good game, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zuma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End-to-end since then. It's a good game, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner and Brendan Johnson. A lovely run right to left and feeding it past Lucas Fabianski. Fabianski then made a couple of decent saves, but West Ham, who had been poor after the goal, equalised after 19 minutes. Kurt Zuma, not going to say header in, almost came off his shoulder into the net. End-to-end since then. It's a good game, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Half-time's great game at the London Stadium. It's 1-1 between West Ham and Tottenham. Spurs took the lead after just 5 minutes. Good play down the left-hand side by Timo Werner. Let's leave that there then and hope for more of the same in the second half. 1-1 at the break between West Ham and Tottenham. The Hammers just restarting there, going right to left as we look at it for our TV picks. The second half is independent studio commentary. It was good fun the first half, but a bit bizarre at times. Neither side seemed to be able to stamp their authority on the fixture, which might be an allegation that both sets of fans will aim at their sides. Bowen fouls Udogi in the left-back position. Already through the teams, no change at the break by the looks of it. Fabianski, the goalkeeper for West Ham. 4-2-3-1, Soufal, Mavropanos, Zuma, and Emerson at the back. Souček and Ward-Prowse in midfield with Bowen, Luis Paquetá and Kudus supporting Antonio. Same shape, 4-2-3-1 for Spurs. Vicario, the goalkeeper. Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, and Doggy, the defence. Bissouma, Bentancur, should mention the Van der Ven's on a yellow card, by the way. Johnson, who got the goal for Spurs. Madison and Werner supporting Son Heung-min. Zuma, the goal scorer for West Ham. And Doggy's giving it away to Kudus. The referee's in the way of Souček, who has to go laterally, go back towards Emerson. Now Zuma will look to clip it down the line. Romero's heading backwards. Porro. Now Bissouma's got some space in front of me. Just carry the ball so well. Then, well, I thought that it was an easy pass to Madison, who was in space, but he only picked out Mavropanos. Emerson just chips it over Johnson. Souček into Kudus. Porro does well. It somehow works its way to Kudus. Is then booted by Johnson from behind, but I suppose West Ham had the advantage. And a play on. Soufal, who struggled early on, came into the game. Now at Bowen. He's got Soufal continued his run. Romero's quick, and Soufal on that evidence isn't as quick as he used to be. And well, he's done well to put the pressure on the Argentinian. Soufal gets on with the throw and throws it straight to Bissouma. Pretty much sums up his evening so far. Spurs look to play from deep end, on the edge of his box. He gives it away to Ward-Prowse. Antonio! Saved by Vicario! Gets up and screams at his defenders. Kudus from the left-hand side. Still has it. Right-footed ball in. It comes off Tottenham defender and goes out for a corner kick. Well, if there had been a goal there for West Ham, the Spurs analysts would have had an absolute field there. There must have been 4 errors in that passage of play alone.
Yeah, it was just shocking defending. Basically, it's just played. Romero just placed it across his own 18-yard box and it's shot good position straight in the goalkeeper's hands, and then West Ham recycled the ball straight away, and there's been like 3 minutes played, and that's the first stop in play with the corner kick now.
Bowen's ball is Mavropanos, his free header, the keeper's kept it out, somehow Antonio's missed! Offside against Antonio in amongst all that, I think. Oh, the keeper. We know it's not because the goal line technology, but the keeper did so well to get low there.
It's a great header there from Mavropanos, and it's a clear. We can look at it. It's a clear offside. Anyway, if they'd gone in, and then I think Antonio is like, thank God for that offside, because he's 2 yards from the goal, the ball rolls to it, and it just does an air kick instead of kicking it towards goal. But there's another corner for West Ham, and it's a free header, and Antonio needs to get away from the goalkeeper, because that would have been ruled out if it's gone in anyway, because he stood too close to the goalkeeper. But yeah, it's a bizarre second half. It's West Ham seems a bit more energy in the play now, but now Spurs go forward.
Put it in the mixer seems to be the call, doesn't it, for the Hammers, as Spurs do go forward, but give it away. Bowen to Souček. The scores elsewhere. Newcastle now drawing Everton. Big point for them. Calvert-Lewin scored from the penalty spot. The Magpies had a Dan Burn goal rolled out. All over the top vision bits we've seen, but looks like it's going to be a point for Sean Dyche's side. Forest 3-1 for the good against Fulham. Goalless Bournemouth v Palace. 1-1 Burnley Wolves. Here comes Bowen down the right hand side. Into the box he goes. Untested. He didn't want the shot. Paquetá will. Oh, I thought it was going to be in. You expect him from a player that good. Lovely turn. Bowen rather didn't quite fancy it. Paquetá certainly did. And, well, he created with the nice turn. Should he have scored?
I say should hit the target there, and then another free shot from about 17-18 yards out, and it's almost like identical to the first half, but now it's West Ham that just wins every loose ball, and Tottenham is just daydreams in defence, and so easy for Paquetá with a turn there to get away from the defender, but now Spurs can come with West Ham much better in midfield now, and they have had talking to in half-time, because Tottenham were the better side in the first half, but now West Ham has been the better side in the second half, the first 5 minutes.
Antonio puts his way, he's then fouled by Romero. To recycle the phrase I used in the first half, he just can't help himself, can he? He has zero chance of winning the ball for Antonio. It's from behind, the ball's he's gone, and he's just kind of upended him twice.
Yes, and just carry on with the foul after the referee.
Just to emphasise.
After the whistle's gone, just carry on. I just need to. Yeah, no, I haven't heard a whistle. I'm just going to kick your heels a bit more. It's not dangerous or anything, but Romero is very close to a yellow card now. He and Paquetá are probably candidates for one more foul and a yellow card will be shown.
Justin Kluivert has put Bournemouth 1-0 up against Crystal Palace. The free kick is a deep one, and Souček can't quite keep in too much on it for Ward-Prowse. A wasted opportunity from West Ham. Shakes his head. Spurs take a short goal kick. Romero. It's like a basketball game. This is West Ham are dropping back into their formation. The Spurs can bring it forward through Udogie. Now Bissouma strokes it into Madison's feet. Left the ball into Son's a good one as well. Just about turns away from Zua. Bissouma. Now Bentancur. Wide to Johnson on the right hand side. Goes inside Kudus. Thought about the shot. Instead gave it to Madison. Madison thought he might have had a chance to go down. Instead a good challenge by Zuma from the deflected shot, getting in the head of Porro. Kudus back to Souček, who dinks it forward. Foul foul on Antonio. No, Bentancur's gone down. It's a yellow card. It's on the floor. That's what the referee's saying. Yellow card for Antonio. Let's see a replay of this. Quite sure that.
No, first I thought it was a free kick to Antonio first, and obviously if it's a bit of a stamp on the foot, it doesn't really matter if it's if the ball's out of play, but it's a really soft yellow card. I think Paquetá had two tackles that's worse than that.
Well, could the argument be that he goes forward because he's been fouled by Romero, pushes him, so he's off balance. So yellow card to Antonio. It's just one of those where the feet come together. He does win the ball, but because his foot is in the air, catches Bentancur. He's got a sore one. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Free kick then, in a good position for this for Spurs. I imagine Madison or Porro will be the player stood over it. In fact, it's Romero who plays it into Porro. West Ham switched off for a second there. Bentancur works it wide, looks okay. Johnson wide on the right hand side. Good ball in. Oh, almost a carbon copy of the ball that he scored from. Werner wasn't quite there at the back post. The Joan picks it up though. Works it back to Udogie now. Madison, 30 yards out. Still turns it. Works it wide to Romero. Good play that by Romero. Bentancur. Porro works his way inside. Goes down. It's Son. It's Madison. It's blocked by Souček. just opened up for him. Antonio's going to have to do it all on his own against Bissouma. And a couple of others. Bissouma does really well. Antonio thought about a second challenge there, then remembered that he's just picked up a yellow card. Been bad idea to take him off at the moment. He was just looking a bit leggy and almost there as Bissouma and Emerson going for a good challenge. And Bissouma's got second best. They were both at it together. It's a shin issue for Bissouma. And it's strange, isn't it, that some challenges have been punished, but it's a heavy challenge by Emerson. Bissouma wins the ball, and Emerson just follows through, showing that's a yellow card.
Well, it's Emerson way too late, and that could easily be a yellow card. But looking at the chances Spurs had, and West Ham was just defending so deep. They had like bodies in the box, and they managed to block every shot. And
เอเวอร์ตันแม่งตีเสมอนิวคาสเซิลได้เว้ยเพื่อน
and Porro could have get a shot in, but they managed to get the bodies behind the ball. So, which is better for West Ham in this half, because they didn't do that in the start.
แล้วบอลมัดก็นำคิดตั้งพาเลท 1-0 นะเพื่อน
So it's swung the way a bit way back for Tottenham. Go forward now with Maddison.
Yes, Maddison into Son, wide to Brennan Johnson, who leaves the ball behind, gets it, and a lovely back heel, good play to Porro. Maddison thought about the shots to Porro, Bentancur, it's oh so tight for Spurs, but Bissouma will have an effort, a good one as well, wide of the upright. Spurs are doing what we used to call doing an Arsenal at the moment. They're trying to pass the ball into the net.
Yeah, they're basically trying to walk the ball into the. Well, no shots before we're inside the 6-yard box. I think so. That's the. Their theory when they go for the one-touch passes inside the box, and then it's blocked, and then the shot comes from long range. And it's West Ham defending so deep, and it's. I'm not sure if that's a good tactic, because the Spurs, they have the players to actually walk the ball into the net if they carry on, because the press from starts at 20 yards when they're that far back.
Full times starting to come in the two early games. Newcastle won, Everton
โอ้ย ยูเว่นี่นำลาซิโอ 2-0 แล้วเพื่อน
And Forest, a big win for them, 3-1 against Fulham. One of those sides who are still trying to decide whether they're any good or bad. They've had such an enigmatic season. Bournemouth look, well, they're 1-0 to the good against Crystal Palace in the closing stages. 1-1 between Burnley and Wolves, and that's good control in our game with Bowen. He's on the West Ham side, 1-0 with Spurs. He tries not to foul him. He does foul him. He's then fouled him again, but he works it to Paqueta. He gives the ball away. Chance. It was leaning back. The chance was there. He had a good strike earlier where maybe he should have done better, but that one was a poor one by the Brazilian.
Yeah, it's really poor shot, and it just looks like it hit the bubble just in front of him when they put a shot on target, off target, and but it's a really good battle there between Bowen and Doggy. And Bowen managed to find Paqueta just outside the box, and Paqueta with not his finest strikes, but that's a third good, at least good position shooting opportunity for West Ham in this half.
Yes, as Maddison takes on the play for Spurs, just rolls it back to Bentancur, seems to. Okay, after that knock, walks forward, directs the traffic in front of him. Porro, back to Bentancur. Now Maddison, stroking around it. Brilliant white shirt. Claret and blue.
พี่ว่ามันจะจบยังไงวะพี่คู่เนี้ย
Pressure on the ball. Porro drills it across field. It's blocked in by Souček, away by
จะยิงกันน้อยมากพี่พรีเมียร์ลีกมีคู่นอตติงแฮมอย่างเดียวกดฟูลแลมไป 3-1 อ่ะ
Again, Maddison, Bissouma's got space, very deep West Ham at the moment. Become problematic as the tired-looking Ward-Prowse gets a deflection. It will be a Spurs throw.
Yeah, it's like a 5-a-side.
นอตติงแฮมฟอเรสต์นี่ก็พยายามหนีตกชั้นเหมือนกันนะเพื่อน
Passive triangles and trying to looking for that opening in the middle, but to be fair to West Ham, they are actually defending well inside their own half, and they're getting the bodies across, so it's better for West Ham in that respect, but the press outside the box is just terrible at the moment, and every clearance is recycled by Spurs, and here they go again.
Zuma now, 40 yards out of position, strokes it forward towards Johnson, who just a touch ran away from there. It was a nice initial bit of play by the Nottingham Forest man, heading towards the hour. players swarming up, a chance to look at the benches. Johnson, Ogbonna, Anang, the goalkeeper, Ings, Mabama, Crespo, Cornet, Earthy, and Phillips for the Hammers. For Spurs, Emerson Rao, Kulisescu dropped outside, Austin, the goalkeeper, Dragazan, Sai, who dropped out, as was Dragazan, was Celso, remember him, and Richarlison, another player, Højbjerg, and Davis. Plenty of depth for Spurs on that bench, isn't there?
Yeah, if you look at the bench for Spurs, it's a lot more games in the Premier League, and the players that are actually could easily start. But now Bowen could go forward on the left-hand side, but Udogie, great defending, and back pass to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, great position by the Italians. Poor ball by Qatar, the defender did well. Werner forward, the ball bounces. Zuma ahead of some body position was perhaps better. He gets it back from Qatar. The West Ham skipper's going on a foray forward. He finds Antonio. Well played by Van der Ven, who just almost moves Antonio out of the way of his body position, and good acceleration from Maddison. Wrong side of Souček. Son touches a heavy one. He works it to Johnson eventually. It's a bit narrow as he go central again. This is the chance perhaps for Maddison, who's fouled surely by a West Ham player. Oh, the other end. Antonio, is he onside?
Ooh.
He is. Oh, saved by Vicario. I stopped. I'm sure it was a foul by Mickey van der Ven. Antonio, I think it just all got the legs went from there. He did a lot of running. He seemed to be going backwards at one point as Van der Ven caught him. I thought it was a foul.
เอาตัวนี้โอไปแล้วหลุดแล้วเอาได้เอายิงโอ้โหควาย
That's a naughty challenge by Bentancur. He slides in. It's a challenge. It's going to be a free kick.
Well, it's all happening. But personally, I thought West Ham should have a penalty, a free kick just outside their Spurs should have a free kick first. But then West Ham went on the counter attack, and Antonio one-on-one with the keeper, and then he loses his spot, and basically Van der Ven gets goal side and then it gets bundled over. I don't think it is a free kick, but it's a terrible finish by Antonio.
โอ้ยตัวนี้โอมึงอะไรของมึง
Goes to
อะ
ground. It's like a penalty. He's choosing to go to his right, and if Antonio looks up, it just lobs it just over his legs, because that's half the goal escaping there for Antonio.
Yeah, with Van der Ven, then he tried to win a free kick there, and he got his body in the way and almost threw himself down. Bentancur now being booked. It was the technique, wasn't it? We sided in that scissor action as he seemed to run into the back of Bowen there. Bowen's gone down clutching his right ankle. The referee's going to let Bowen have treatment but not give a free kick. It's a matter of logic, I think. There is no way that Bowen couldn't have got the ball there without being fouled, because he's in front of the man and the man can't win it from behind him.
Well, it's a clear foul. Basically, he just gets a bit of a stamp on his heel.
But, how was the assistant not given that? It's been such a strange game from the officials. They've flown into certain things, yellow cards, then obvious ones like that. They've just let it flow a bit.
It reminds me a bit when many years ago I played Sunday League football. It was like when we didn't have a referee, and suddenly we refereed each team, one half each with the coaches or something, and no consistency with refereeing, and at the moment it's really scrappy, loads of tackles. But we've had West Ham in the second half. Had some really good chances. The shot from Antonio early on, and Paquetá with the shot just off the post. And then one-on-one with the keeper. Looking at that again, it's just a better and better chance every time you look at it. So Spurs obviously had most of the play, but West Ham they've created the better chances in the second half.
Yeah, it's the game because of these. I'm complaining perhaps about the officials, but because of that, it's got a real needle this game as well, hasn't it? Because all the players seem to be falling out of each other, sometimes within their own teams. As Porro, he gives it away. Kudus got the wrong side of the Spanish fullback. Kudus just holds the play up, and lovely footwork to get away from a couple of men, and goes back to Zuma. Mavropanos, so not the ball he wanted from Zuma, I don't think. He'll just float it wide to Kudus, the former Ajax man. It's head control, and chests it down, and off his left foot. Kind of playing his own game at the moment.
Just a bit of maybe didn't need to do it, but it's good to watch, and it's we mentioned it in the first half. He's a really exciting player. He's on form, and you never know what you're going to get from him because he has the skill set to basically control the ball and do something special.
It's almost like he's got Velcro on his boots at times. He just seems to stick to his touches that good. Werner intercepts a potential forward ball by West Ham, a throw to them just inside their own half, in fact. Soufal, long throw to Souček, bouncing ball, well played by Madison. He gets in ahead of Souček. Johnson's running through. It's a good challenge by Emerson. Werner will pick it up. Had to be right on it there, Emerson, because it was in the penalty area, was the Welshman. Now Bentancur, shooting chance. Instead, strokes it wide to Son. Right into the box, deflected off of Zuma. It's going to be a corner kick. I can see it's retreating, so maybe not.
I think it was just a poor shot from Son. Good position on the right-hand side. But again, this West Ham, they've got players blocking the shot. So it just has to take it wide, and it's good defending in the end. When looking at the West Ham midfield, I think Souček, he just runs around, and it's not in the game at all. Like Madison had one turn just a few minutes ago, and suddenly Madison had 20 yards in front of him, and Souček just jogs behind him. So Souček is a player that he used to get stuck in, and he's a good player when he's on form. And at the moment, he's not really in the game.
He looks tired at the moment, isn't he? Looks like, is that Pape Matar Sarr perhaps going to come on for Spurs? As Porro cleared it down the line now for a throw. Hammer's ball. 65 minutes on the clock. 1-1 if he's joined us. Zuma equalising. Johnson's goal. Entertaining, fair. Spurs with the better side, but West Ham had the better chances as Zuma pulls it wide to Mavropanos, the central defensive partner. He'll go forward looking for Kudus, giving him a lot to do. He's got the pace to get there and then just takes it in his stride, and he's offside. Very exciting for a second there.
It's just so, if you're Kudus there, like, why wait with that flag? And just obviously it's offside when it touches the ball, but it's going back a few years that the referee, the linesman would just lift the flag. Kudus don't have to do that run because he's clearly offside, and for nothing he just managed to get the ball. It looked like it was going wide, so well done to Kudus for nothing.
For nothing but entertainment. It was a lovely touch, wasn't it? It's Romero into Bissouma, just inside the Spurs half. Maybe him or Bentancur will be going off. Bentancur came into the side. He's a yellow card, so that would be the educated guess. Bissouma almost loses possession. He's been chased back by Ward-Prowse, who's going to give the carry a bit of a chasing down now. Italian goalkeeper's good, isn't he? Works it away. Soufal heads it down to Madison. And Werner was offside, but now he's back onside because of Soufal's interception. His pass inside a poor one, then Souček sliding pass to Bowen. 1-2 between him and Ward-Prowse. Bowen will turn. His pass back is behind Soufal. No pressure. Madison's making his way back. And Paquetá seem to have given up on their personal duel. As it lets Paquetá go by him. Zuma now to Emerson. Opens his body and finds Kudus, who drops the shoulder, goes backwards, then goes past his man. Well played though by Porro at the second time of asking. Gets it. Sarr is going to be the first sub of this game. Bentancur will look up. Doggy to Werner. Bissouma on the halfway line. Down to walking pace this game. Madison. Exasperation from the man to the left-hand side as there's no real purpose at the moment from Spurs. That's a good ball though by Madison. Porro, he feeds it in. It's blocked by Emerson, then it's blocked by Souček via Johnson. There's no press from West Ham at all. Spurs at times playing in front of them though, but they do have very much the momentum as Madison drops the shoulder, doesn't get it back off Son. Bentancur rescues it. Bissouma. Bentancur. Romero. Standing still, walking pace. Porro. This is it back to Romero. Got Porro to his right. Son got back getting the shot away. He his feet. Bentancur, Porro, Madison makes a bit of a run. It comes back to Porro, and a comfortable save by Fabianski in the end.
It's just a really strange game. Like West Ham just sitting back, and they're not really interested in winning their clearances, and they just try to walk the ball in again. Spurs and West Ham actually are comfortable inside their own box, but obviously if they get 20 more of those shots, which Spurs probably can get if they just West Ham just sit back like that, so that Porro shot was just straight at the goalkeeper, so something, a mistake for West Ham, and there will be opening for Spurs. Kulusevski is coming on now for Spurs, so I think maybe Johnson coming off.
Perhaps that was a change they made. Bentancur is placed on a yellow card, isn't he? So we have speculated that might well be the case. He replaces Sarr, and well, I think it is going to be Johnson, because Porro has gone forward to almost commiserate with him. No, it's Madison who appears to be going off, so it looks like Qatar's won the war of words between those two. They've been at each other all evening. It's a bit of a tough old afternoon, evening, hasn't he, the England man. We are into the final quarter of the game. It's West Ham 1, Tottenham 1. It's Irish who will take us through to full time.
Thank you, Jack. Yes, really bizarre but entertaining game, if you ask me, and we'll hopefully it'll be another good 20 minutes plus probably 5 minutes of injury time with now a throw into West Ham Spurs on the left hand side. So looking at those changes, maybe Timo Werner will go up as a striker for Spurs, because they've got Kulusevski and Johnson on the pitch now, so and Werner, so that's two in the position for 3 players. So it's Kulusevski, as pointing to the screen from my co-commentator Jack, is in the middle of the park, just on the so Spurs in the ascendancy again. They try to just walk the ball up the pitch. It's Werner on the left hand side. It finds Bissouma in towards Kulusevski, just outside the penalty. Good 1-2, and then the ball up towards Johnson. Johnson, good delivery into the box. It's just straight to first defender and it's cleared away, but that's the opening Spurs were looking for. But now Kudus on the left hand side tries to win the ball. Fantastic play by Kudus to just dribble himself forward, but runs into traffic eventually, and Spurs recycle the ball straight away at halfway line. Now Romero goes forward on the right hand side, now towards Son, just outside the penalty area, finds Werner just 6-7 yards out, tries a shot, blocked off the post, and out for a corner kick, and it's getting a bit more dangerous now for Spurs. They're getting more room going inside the box.
Well, they had a lot of room then, because West Ham were on the counter attack, and Kudus, rather than pass it square to one of 4 players, just did one too many, didn't he? And that allowed Spurs to move into space.
Exactly, and basically Kudus just got so many it wasn't voluntary touches on the ball, so it just managed to win the ball, but then it ran into traffic, and then the counter. Now it's a corner kick. Porro, outswinger into the box, headed out by Antonio. One back by Udogia inside centre circle, and Tottenham come again now with Bissouma. Good pressure from Bowen, and it's a back pass now to Vicario, so West Ham are repositioning themselves in defence with press on to Sarr. Well, Porro wins the ball, so they're starting a bit higher press now on the halfway line, but they're quite happy for Spurs to just play the ball up towards the penalty area. Now is Porro on the right hand side. He finds Johnson just guides, walks the ball into the penalty area, and now out for Sarr on the right hand side. Good cross into the mix, and it's a clearance last minute from Souček, out for a goal now. Throw-in on the right hand side. Great cross that from Johnson. So it's Porro now with the throw-in on the right hand side. It throws to Johnson, back towards Porro, down by the corner flag. Just takes a bit of back heel turn. Now it's Romero finds Van der Ven, and every player is 30 yards from the goal, from the West Ham goal, and now all the way back to Vicario. And Spurs starts in their own half. Romero just walks the ball up to the halfway line towards Porro, back towards Romero. and West Ham just standing, waiting, just stood waiting for Spurs to just do something, and assuming West Ham's tactic is to come on the counter-attack when they win the ball, but at the moment Spurs don't dominate with Kulusevski on the right-hand side now, 30 yards from the corner flag, plays it back at walking pace to Romero. Romero, good pass into Porro inside the penalty area, runs into traffic, good defending by West Ham United, and Kudus wins the free kick for West Ham, and West Ham needed that free kick because they've been pegged back now for about 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, and Johnson's going to get a yellow card, but his ball in there before 3 or 4 times now, and he's a bit of an outlier in this game in that you mentioned everyone was in 30 yards of the West Ham goal bar and the Spurs goalkeeper, but they're all within the width of the goal as well. It was so narrow, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a yellow card. It's a tactical foul by Johnson, who just stops a potential counter-attack. So it's a quarter of an hour to go in this game. 74 minutes on the clock. Long free kick now from Fabianski up to Bowen by the corner right, tries to put the cross into the mix. It's good, the ball in towards Antonio. Antonio can't control the ball. It's cleared away by Sarr in the last-ditch tackle, and it's cleared out for a throw into Spurs and the next phase of play. But Jared Bowen is the player for West Ham. He is the most creative player. He is the best player, and you can see why he's in the England squad. It's just he's kind of carried them at times this season. You think as well, if he can get the ball on the right hand side and get inside his man and have a go at Van der Ven, who's on a yellow card as well, that could be a real avenue for West Ham. Yeah, definitely, and it's on the ball again, just outside the penalty, finds Antonio, and there's West Ham on the front foot. And Dogia wins the ball in the next phase of play. He tries to find Son and Suchek, great tackle, and now it's again on the right hand side with Bowen. Bowen just runs into traffic. Bisoumo's eventually managed to just clear it via Bowen out for a goal kick to Spurs. So West Ham just on the front foot a bit now, and 1-1. It could still, this game could go both ways, but my tip will be another goal in this game. But Spurs probably more likely than West Ham at the moment. They've had a few more openings late on in the game, after West Ham started really brightly in the second half with great chances from Antonio ×2 and Paqueta ×2. And now it's Spurs with Romero, and back towards how the game's been in the second half. They just walked the ball up the pitch. Antonio's first impression, he just jogs around, not interested in pressing high. Of course, he's preserving energy by not chasing the ball that he's not probably not going to get if you press on his own. But now ball over the top for Spurs, up towards Son, but good defending by Suma, clears it out for a throw-in to Spurs on the left-hand side, just a couple of yards from the corner flag. So it's attacking throw-in this from Spurs with Udogie. He's going to take this throw-in. Eventually just finds Bissouma. Bissouma, short pass in towards and the middle of the park. Sarr picks it up. Now Romero, 30 yards from goal. So they switch the play out to the right hand side. Johnson just outside the penalty area. Short ball to Kulusevski. Kulusevski overlap to Johnson. Just outside the penalty, goes inside the penalty, goes to the line, tries to chip into the box. Easily saved by Fabianski, and West Ham. I'm quite impressed with the defending of West Ham inside their own box. When they need to stop the crosses, when they need to just defend and block things. They didn't do that in the first half all the time, so that's much better from West Ham.
Yes, I do like this option of Johnson on the right-hand side, though. He did something different. He gives you proper width, doesn't he? I just harking back almost. Of course, Newcastle scored their winner in stoppage time, and at the weekend, and West Ham's last 2 home games have had goals ruled out in stoppage time of VAR, haven't they? So there could be plenty more to go in this game.
Exactly, and well, West Ham, they were out of it against Newcastle, everyone thought, and then Suchek had a last minute chance from a cross, but it just 2 yards from goal, chested the ball wide. It was a great chance, and so it's if West Ham can get set pieces and come on the counter attack, because Bowen, Antonio, when it's not just jogging around, is quite good going forward. It's showed a bit of energy with the chance he created early on for himself when he just outmuscled Van der Ven to get that one-on-one chance, the best chance of the game, that from Antonio. So it's 78 minutes on the clock. Now it's Fabianski with ball is just gonna do a good goal kick. Drops the ball on his foot, and it's just a very high ball up the pitch, and it's won back by Spurs just outside their own penalty area. That came back with snow on that ball. It's and Spurs now win the ball back. A bit of more momentum. Sark managed to flick the ball towards Porro. Porro just walks the ball up the pitch, and West Ham are back in the defensive 11 or defensive 10. They have two lines, about 4 or 5 yards between those two defensive lines outside the penalty area. With Sarr now for Spurs, just walks the ball to the left, finds Udogie. Udogie out to Werner, back towards Udogie. This is just possession play by Spurs. Will they find an opening? Son now 20 yards out, finds out on the right hand side. It's Johnson. Johnson goes into the penalty area now towards Son. Son can try a shot there, but it's really crowded into the box. Porro with a cross far post, and it's headed out. Good headed by Souček and by Soufal, and offside against Spurs. So it's incredible how deep West Ham are defending, and they're not really interested in pressing high when West Ham, when Spurs have possession like in midfield. It's weird.
Yeah, Werner should be doing better there. He shouldn't be offside, should he? It's a good header by Soufal, but they are inviting the pressure on at the moment, and well, Spurs haven't been creating too many clear-cut chances. But you've got the way West Ham are defending, you think they're going to get one. Richarlison is going to come on as well, not too distant, but for the visitors.
So I think probably Timo Werner will go off then, but it's Richarlison. It's a really strong squad Spurs have. They're obviously top 5 on merit. But now Romero, who's very close to a yellow card, he just walks the ball up the pitch, and he managed to. He gets fouled by Ward-Prowse, but Romero just sticks out another arm after the foul, just to be a bit awkward, and it's Romero obviously is. Well, he's missed a red card in the Premier League. He had so many sendings off, and his rash style is very good when he's on form. And he's a World Cup winner, so you can't really argue with him.
He's strange, Romero, isn't he? Because obviously a player who likes to play a bit of bite. You look at him there, he strokes the ball, you think, if you just thought about playing the game rather than fouling everybody, you are actually quite good at this. I think it's almost like he plays a bit of a stereotype as an Argentinian hardman defender, when I think he's better than that. And if he actually, it was a sweeper rather than a stopper, it would be a lot more effective. Well, we wouldn't get fined as often anyway.
No. Very, very true. Yeah. Well, it was Serie A's defender of the year. He won before he went to Spurs from Atalanta, and he plays when he's fit, he will play every game for Spurs in the defence. But now it's double change for Spurs. Højbjerg's come on, and Timo Werner's Timo Werner's one of them coming off. Richarlison on for him, and Bissouma has gone off for Højbjerg in the middle of the park. Højbjerg's one of many players that go and play for the national teams, and speaks to the local press about how unhappy they were not to be.
A habit of being lost in translation. His comments, aren't they?
Now Kulusevski on the right hand side, one-on-one with Mavropanos inside the penalty area, tries to flick the ball in towards Johnson, but again good. It's terrible defending for West Ham just outside the penalty area there with Paquetá, and recycled by Spurs now with Sarr. Now to Kulusevski. Kulusevski with a terrible pass from towards Son. It just went 10 yards away from Son, who's in a really good position. It just really just gives West Ham a chance to just regroup.
It's even behind, even if it is just Son, it's just about behind him, and he's not going to be able to do much of it. It's a real momentum staller.
Absolutely, and so West Ham now with 83 minutes on the clock, 1-1. Do you think West Ham are pleased with a point, or?
A point suits West Ham more than it suits Spurs, I think. Although the home side, they are the underdogs, Kudus throws himself to the ground. gets a free kick, but they've shown pretty limited ambition in the second half, haven't they, Anders?
Yeah, they've created a few openings, but that's not in the last 15 minutes. And now West Ham with a bit of possession in the middle of the park. Mavropanos picks up the ball just inside his own penalty, just in his own half, up towards Kudus on the right-hand side. Good control by Kudus, who drives infield and then passes the ball out just behind Antonio, but Antonio managed to keep the ball in play. Finds Emerson just outside the penalty area, just stops the momentum a bit, but now Antonio one-on-one against Porro, goes down to the line, tries to put a cross in straight into the goalkeeper's hands, and it's easily defended, and Spurs are on the attack straight away with Kulusevski. Kulusevski walks into trouble and gets a free kick in the end, and it's yeah, I said that it's just a weird game. This is just I can't figure out what the real tactic is for any of the teams. Spurs, do they really think they're going to just walk the ball into the back of the net, and West Ham think they're going to just get a goal from off chance? I think West Ham at the moment, their tactic is working slightly better because their defending is. Spurs are not creating many chances.
It's interesting. It's almost like David Moyes. Well, we see Danny Ings now. He is going to come on, but it's almost like they put Kudos down the middle to have a run at Van der Ven, get him in a foot race to play on a yellow card. Of course, maybe Antonio's just run out of steam a bit and doesn't quite feel he can make the moves he could start of the game. But Ings is going to be the change for West Ham, but. Well, it doesn't suit them in the league table, does it? It wouldn't be brilliant for West Ham, but I do still think they'll be the happier of the two teams.
I think probably as the game's gone on, Spurs obviously they're winning on possession. They've had a lot more play, and especially after the last half an hour of this game, they've been better tough. Now it's Bowen on the right-hand side, tries to go down into the penalty area, tries to put a cross in straight at Van der Ven, and it's a corner kick for West Ham United, and they've been dangerous on corner kicks, and I assume this will be an in-swinger in towards Vicario, where West Ham are just crowded out on the first goal. They just crowded out Spurs defenders. So corner kick now from the right-hand side, and it will be assuming it will be an in-swinger. I'm not actually seeing the player who's going to swing it in. It's Jared Bowen, just flicks it into the mixer, and Souček tries to head the ball towards goal. He just flicks it further towards the corner flag, and it's probably a free kick against Souček, or looking at that again, it's a bit of two Spurs players that goes into the goes to ground, but didn't look like a free kick to me, that, to be honest.
The one player I admired was Mavropanos, which I've just got a sore one here, but Mavropanos is almost like the goal he scored against Arsenal around the turn of the year, that wasn't it, where he was so close to the goal and powered it home. He got the jump as well. Ings sat back down and looks pretty pensive on the bench. I'm not quite sure what West Ham, if they're going to bring him on, I'm not sure what they're waiting for.
Who knows, but looked like he looked really disappointed when he sat on the bench. It's like you're given a chance and then the chance is taken away from him. But now Spurs on the attack with Son on the left-hand side. He's got Højbjerg on the overlap. Højbjerg gets the ball into the penalty area. He thinks it hits an arm and it's out for a corner kick. It's Soufal who blocks the cross, and I criticised Soufal in the first half for not blocking crosses. West Ham and Soufal have been much better in the second half, and there's never a penalty there, if you ask me.
Well, we'll see it again. The ball comes across and hits him on the chest. So it should be a booking for Højbjerg, actually. He so blatantly hits him on the chest. He's going anywhere near his hand.
It's definitely a corner kick, but obviously they weren't big appeals. But Højbjerg with his arms up in the air straight away. But it's Porro in swinging corner now for Spurs. Swinging just there into the mixer, headed out by Suma, one back by Johnson just outside the penalty area, just lofts the ball in towards Mix again, now towards Sarr with a shot way off target, and it's a bit too easy for West Ham. I think I'm quite impressed in the second half with West Ham's defending. Moyes said something at half time, because the first 15-20 minutes they were awful, and the Spurs created openings after openings, so it's I think that draw is probably a fair reflection on this game, because West Ham had the more clear-cut chances. Spurs have had a lot more nearly chances, probably about tenfold more nearly chances than West Ham United. So long ball up now for West Ham. It's out for a throw into Pedro Porro. And I think it might be a substitution.
Lo Celso is ready to play. Look at Antonio, is not offering much in this game at the moment. He knows his race is run. I think he's edging towards the touchline in case to ensure he doesn't have to sprint off, basically.
Well, as the game goes on, no, I think he will probably walk off as long as he can. But he's, as I said, Antonio, his legs are gone.
And here it comes. It's Romero's yellow card. We knew it.
Indeed. It's a classic Romero tackle. Just interrupt myself. The ball up towards Bowen. Bowen is for one-on-one with the keeper, and now towards Kudus. Kudus again, but it must have been the whistle must have gone because no one is defending it. And the referee, they're taking a short free kick, and the referee is still holding his yellow card in the air. It's not issued it yet, so obviously it's not blown the whistle. You assume, so it's one of those where you actually have to stop play, so a short free kick can't be taken. So Lo Celso has come on for Johnson with 89 minutes on the clock, so we'll wait to see
น่าจะเสมอวันเพื่อนดูทรงแล้ว
the fourth official what's going to say on his board. So that's a great chance for West Ham now. Well, I didn't see that the referee hadn't started the game, so I thought, oh, this is a great chance, but then no one decided to defend.
Yeah.
And then they didn't decide to really do anything. But now the free kick is taken. It's cleared away by Spurs in the first instance. West Ham win the ball with Paquetá. Good control just on the left-hand side. West Ham Paquetá just runs into traffic, and now it's Kulusevski, and this is just so scrappy. And
in fairness to the referee, one of the players who would have been defended, he was talking to him, giving him a yellow card, so he had to pull it back.
Yeah, I don't think there was any protest from West Ham. So 4 minutes and on time with the Subban over the ball over the top. West Ham looking for an opener. Win the ball now with Antonio. Just 30 yards from the corner flag. In towards Emerson. Emerson now, he finds Paquetá towards Kudus. Kudus finds Ward-Prowse, crossing opportunity. Good disguised pass on towards Emerson. Blocked out for a corner kick to West Ham. And Romero is furious because, I'm not sure why, because it's a clear corner if you ask me, but did he want a foul?
I think he wanted, thought he might have been a double kiss ricochet off of the West Ham player there. Ward-Prowse is going to take it. I think we know where it's going, don't we?
Absolutely. It will be an in-swinger towards Vicarious. We've got, at the moment, looking at that, is 7 players from Spurs inside their own box, and we've got Zuma and Antonio just in front of the goalkeeper. Souček will appear of course in the mix, and Mavropanos is not far away either, so it's
I quite like Vicario here. He's not complaining about it. He's trying his best to get around it. He's not like complaining to the referee. He's taking it as a challenge, isn't he?
Absolutely, and it's in-swinging corner towards Vicario, to the far post, and it's punched out by Vicario. Really good goalkeeping. One back now by Soufal on the right-hand side. He finds Kudus. West Ham still in attacking mode. Kudus with a cross into the box, headed out by Sarr, and ball all the way back towards Fabianski in the West Ham goal. He's going to loft the ball forward. West Ham's got defenders up in striking position, but it's a terrible lofted clearance pass by Fabianski, and Spurs win the ball with a throw-in inside their own half. Maybe one last chance for Spurs. Lo Celso now with the ball in the middle of the park. Back towards Romero, got his yellow card for his fourth foul today. Romero now just walks the ball up towards the penalty area. The whole West Ham just backs up. He's 30 yards from goal. No one wants to put the press on. Now Richarlison gets the ball from Romero, and it's half cleared by West Ham. Son, the next phase of play, wins the ball on the right-hand side. He plays it in towards Lo Celso. Now to Udogie. Udogie by the corner flag. Good defending by West Ham, and Udogie is isolated out on the left-hand side, and has to just take the throw-in. So Spurs not been quick enough with a passing game going towards the penalty area, but now still a chance with Romero, just 30 yards out towards Kulusevski. Kulusevski into Porro, now to Lo Celso, who wins the ball. It's Porro again, gets the ball out on the right-hand side. Now it's Lo Celso on the ball, and it's good defending, very good zonal defending by West Ham United, but Spurs come again. Lo Celso finds Porro back to Romero, just 30 yards from goal. It goes up towards the corner of the penalty area. Just leaves the ball for Poro with Kulusevski. The ball into the mix, and it's a shot towards goal, and it's a great chance from Sarr. Udogie with the shot, and that's the opening for Spurs, but it comes in the 93 plus 30 seconds, and it's straight at the goalkeeper, but it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, he runs onto it, he almost gets caught in two minds where he's going to play with his side foot or try and blast it with his weaker right foot. Kind of just hits it into the ground, straight at the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's a good save obviously by Fabianski, but that's hit better. But now it's the last chance for Kudus. Kudus on the right hand side, on a one with Romero. It's quite isolated, but it goes in towards the penalty area. Kudus tries to shot or a cross, it just deflects up in the air. One back now by West Ham, and now it's Bowen just one-on-one with the keeper. Out to the right hand side, back it up, tries to put the ball into the mix there, and it's cleared away by Spurs. Spurs on the counter attack. This is a really dangerous 3 against 3. Richarlison free on the right hand side, and then places to Kulusevski. Kulusevski tries to cross into the box and straight at the back of Soufal, and that should be it. Which could be a chance for a counter attack for West Ham. What an end to this game. On the right hand side, we'll pack it up. It goes up towards the penalty area, and there it's going to ball goes to Antonio, and I thought the final whistle had gone, but it's not. And there goes the final whistle. It ends 1-1. Intriguing match this at the London Stadium. West Ham 1, Spurs 1.
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck.
เพื่อนจบแล้ว
Our next football commentary match is
ก็
getting ever nearer,
เสมอ
so
กันไป
why
นั้น
not take
เพื่
the
อนคู่นี้
opportunity of having
กิ
a
นกัน
bet
ไม่
on the
ลง
match?
นั้นเพื่อน
Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score,
ก็
double
ขอบคุณ
result,
มากนะครับ
total
เพื่อนๆ
goals
ที่ติดตาม
market,
รับชมรับ
handicap
ฟัง
betting,
นะก่อน
or
จากกั
any
น
other of our exciting
กด
market,
subscribe ฝากกด
it's
ติด
fun
ตาม
to
นะ
be
ครับเพื่อน
involved.
ฝากสปอนเซอร์ด้วยนะครับสโมทอมนะครับมั่นคง 100% นะครับใครสนใจเข้าร่วมลีกฟุตซีนะครับก็คลิกได้นะครับเพื่อนในช่องแชทนะมีของรางวัลเยอะมากนะครับแล้วก็มีของรางวัลมูลค่ารวมกว่า 760,000 บาทเลยนะครับขอบคุณสปอนเซอร์ด้วยนะครับเพื่อนนะครับแอดสโมท็อป FPL หรือที่ลิงก์นะครับที่ผมปักหมุดไว้นะครับขอบคุณสปอนเซอร์ด้วยนะครับเดี๋ยวผมว่าน้อมพักผ่อนเหนื่อยก็วันนี้นะครับขอบคุณมากนะเพื่อนบ๊ายบายราตรีสวัสดิ์ฝันดีจุ๊บ